And FracPlanet is an application to generate random planets and terrain with oceans, mountains, ice caps and rivers. Parameters are specified interactively and the results are displayed using OpenGL. And here's the website. It's an older style program, an older style website, but it's been around for a while. And as you can see, it can generate some really decent results. And you can spin the planet 3D and everything you imagine you would. There's lots of parameters which you can interact with. And you can generate some really impressive results like that angry looking planet. And clicking on that one, yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. But we'll see what we can do with my limited knowledge of fractals. And we'll dive into the program now. Right, starting up the program straight away. And you get the default looking planet. It's kind of like Earth, but a bit more exaggerated. And I'll just make that window a bit bigger. There we go. So let's have a look at some of the parameters that you can change. I'll leave this on the left hand side so we can see any changes that get made. You've got terrain, snow, rivers. You can change the amount and the format of them, the colours, clouds if you want to. I'm just going to click on generate. It takes the old one away, of course. It doesn't add to it, so you know, you have to get it back. And there we go. So now it's got clouds, and you can specify just how high you want the clouds to be. In this case, it looks like they're in the upper atmosphere. So you take the clouds off and generate a new picture again, so we can see what we're doing. I'll just move that over across again. It disappears because that's the nature of the window manager that I'm using. There we go. Right, so that's good. We're back to as we were. There's the terrain. And you can, like I say, you can go change the parameters if you wish. You've got subdivision, noise. And there's lots of different things that you can alter. And if you want to render, you can do wireframe. It doesn't seem to change much. Joystick, mouse move if you wish. I don't know what that one does. We'll leave it on that actually. Ambient, illumination for all the different lighting if you want, and shadows, etc. Background color, low attitude, I'll leave that as that. You can save it as a, like say, a POV ray. So you can blender, per vertex. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds good. And texture. And there's an about. And it's quite an old program. It's 1991, I think was the last time it came out. But still, oldie but goldie. So, we've got the basic things going on here. It's not the world's fastest. Oh, that's better. It's fairly decent. Good speed. And you can send it to spin. Which I think is pretty good if you wanted to make your own world animation with the titles coming out. I might do that later. And you can fly if you're skilled, which I'm not, but you can fly using the mouse. So up is down and down is up and left is right and all that kind of things. And if you press the mouse button, the left and right, it spins the world accordingly. So we're just flying in. I think this is pretty cool actually. You can do your own Mars flyby if you were good. Oh, wait, look at that, crashed. Luckily there's no collision detection. But yeah, very good. I like it. This and every other video on my channel has been made using FreeBSD and open source software.